Hello pupils, I welcome you guys to another edition of Mathematics Clinic. I love you guys. I really appreciate you the way you are following up this lesson. Today we'll be talking about percentage. And we're talking about percentage. And what does that mean? Percentage is derived from two words, per and cent. Per simply means out of, while from the word of century, they abbreviate it to form cent. Cent simply means 100. That's century, 100. Now let's combine together. Percentage simply means out of 100. And your 100, this is how you write your 100, 100. And we have a symbol for percentage. And how do you write that? This first zero, you first of all write it. This one, write it as slash, bend it. Then this second zero, write it. This is the symbol. This is how they derive the symbol for percentage. Now, if you are having a fraction that is 100 is written as their denominator, it is said to be percentage. That is 3 over 100, 4 over 100, 35 over 100. It's also the same thing as 3%, 4%, and 35%. Now, let's quickly go to conversion of percentage to fraction. When you're talking about conversion of percentage to fraction, it means that what you change it to the fraction. You have to look for a number or a factor that will start cutting it to the lowest term, to the extent that there is no number that can divide them or go in them anymore. Now, let's look at this example. Convert the following to percentage. 75%, 7 whole number, 1 over 5%, 6 whole number, 1 over 4%, 4 whole number. Now, this other one, 2 whole number, 2 over 3%. Now, let's look at it. 75% is also the same as what? 75 over 100. Now, let's look for that factor that will divide this 75 as well divide 100. And what is that number? 2 cannot go in 75, 2 can go in 100. 4 can go in 100, 4 cannot go in 75. 3 can go in 75, 3 cannot go in 100. And what's that factor that will divide this numerator and this denominator? So it's 5. 5 will divide 75 as well divide 100. Now let's check it. 5 in 7, 1. It will mean that 2. That 2, put it in front of this 5. That will give you 25. How many 5 can you see? 25, 5. So definitely, how many 5 can you see? 75, 15. How many 5 can you see in 100? 20. Let's break it down. 5 in 10, that's 2. 5 in 0 is 0. That will give you 20. Now 15 over 20. What else again? What's that factor? Do you think that we divide 15 as well divide 100? 5 again. 5 can go in 15. 3. 5 can go in 20. 4. Now when we look at this one now, 3 over 4. 3 can go in 3. 3 cannot go in 4. 2 can go in 4. 2 cannot go in 3. 4 can go in 4. 4 cannot go in 3. There is no number again, because when you are cutting it to the lowest term, you have to look for that factor that will divide the both number, the top number and the down number. So not that you look for a number that will divide the top number and use another number to divide the down number. No, you look for a particular factor or a number that will divide the both number. So our final answer here is 3 over 4. Now let's go to this second one. 7 whole number, 1 over 5%. Now, this is another area angle that most of the pupils, when they see something like this in any external exam, they always pick race, or they will leave that question because they have put it in form of mixed fraction. Now, when you're having something like this is how we are going to do. You say 5, first of all, convert it to an improper fraction. 5 times 7, 35, plus the top number, that's 36 over 5%. Now, this is the shortcut. Are you getting it? This is the shortcut. You say that 36 over this 5 and percent is 100. Now say 5 times 100. That will give you 500. So we'll be having 36 over 500. So what are you going to do? You start cutting it. Look for that factor. What is that number? I use 4. You can use 2, but 4. But how many 4 can you see in 36? 9. How many 4 can you see in 5? 1. It will mean that 1. That one, add it to this first 0. That will give you 10. 4 in 10, 2. That's 8. 8 out of 10, it remainder 2. That 2 that remainder, add it to this second zero, that will give you 20. 4 in 25. So our final answer will be 9/125. When you look at this one, 5 can go here, 5 cannot go in 3. 3 can go in 9, 3 cannot go in this place. So that will be our final answer. Now let's look at the third one. 6 whole number 1/4%. Convert it again to an improper fraction. 4 times 6, don't forget, that will give you 24, plus 1 at the top, that's 25/4%. Now the shortcut, I've talked to that one. Now 25 over this 4 times 100, that will give you what? 400. Then you start cutting it. How many? What do you think that can go? 5. 5 in 25, 5. 5 in 40, 8. 5 in this second zero, 0. So that will be 5/80. Now 5 can go. 5 in 5, 1. 5 in 8, 1. It remainder 3. That 3 that remainder, add it to this 0. That will give you 30. 5 in 30, that's 6. So how many 5 can you see in 8? That's 16. So our final answer to be what? 1/16. So these fourth ones too, that's the same thing we're going to do. You just say 3 times 2, that's 6, plus 2 at the top, that's 8. Then 8 over, then this 3 times percent is 100. 3 times 100, that will give you 300. That will be 8/300. Then you start cutting it. So that is it. So this is just as assessment 2. Make sure you practice this one and forward it to me on that WhatsApp line that is on the screen. I want you guys to also subscribe to this YouTube channel, and you can also follow us on Instagram, Mathematics Clinic for Primary School. Love you all. Thank you so much.